March 16, 1967. Reports of UFOs at Malmstrom seem to demonstrate an extraterrestrial interest in America's nuclear forces.
The way it happened, according to Robert Salas, who was stationed underground in one of the missile complexes, was that he received a phone call from a security guard up on ground level, saying, in effect, that there was a large, red, glowing, disc-shaped object hovering in front of the facility. And the guards were extremely frightened about this, as you can imagine.
He kind of laughed and sort of said, you know, back off. The security guard called a second time, saying, even more panicky, that the UFO was now hovering right outside the gate and was very close.
They were observing the status board in the launch complex, and they noticed that the missiles started going offline. Clunk, 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 clunk.
10 of the missiles, one at a time, just boom, 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 shut down. The missiles quit functioning. So we were really out of business as a nuclear deterrent at that time.
Alright, shalom, and welcome to another lesson. My name is Elder Ryan Blob, and my reader today is
Elder Manatazak.
Alright, and in today's lesson, we're going to go into America's missile defense will fail. And the reason why we chose this topic basically is because America right now is trying their hardest to get Russia to come into agreements with them to reduce these missiles, because of the fact that the international bankers they wanted to use the missile defense, or the missiles, should I say, to scare the people into this new world order, you know, through the Massini-Pike blueprint, which is the 3 world wars that they had established from the beginning. But what they don't understand is that those 3 world wars that they had established from the beginning was of the Most High. And a matter of fact, Elder Manatazak, if you can get Revelation, the 8th chapter and the 13th verse, we're going to hit that first. And then we're going to move on from there. Because they thought that by them setting up that thing up, right, that they were going to scare the people with these missiles, especially after they dropped the bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. They thought they were going to scare the people into this one world order, and then eventually just get everybody under their grip and be able to control everybody. But what they don't understand is that they use that tactic of the missiles as a scare tactic to set up this one world order. But that tactic is going to fail because of the fact that what they set up to scare the people to set up their one world order and their one world religion and all that is going to actually backfire on them, because it's the Most High's plans to destroy this place called America and to put down evil and wickedness once and for all. Alright, so if, I don't know if the brother got, if you got something, bring it out.
Yeah, just real quick.
Alright, hold on, let me grab that real quick. Where you at?
Psalms, the 10th chapter.
Alright, Psalms chapter 10. Good.
Right, Psalms chapter 10, and I'm just going to start it, go straight to the point.
Yeah, there's another one, a good one in Psalms, the 7th chapter too.
That might be the other one I was looking for. All right, but I'll start at 10 and 5.
Okay.
It says, His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight.
Matter of fact, start at 4 because it goes, you know, it's good.
It said, the wicked through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after the Most High.
Right. So, you know, you got these clowns that say that the white man can be saved, when the scriptures clearly tell you that the wicked, who's Esau, the so-called white man, that's what he was created for, says the wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after the Most High. Go ahead.
Right, will not seek after the Most High.
And
the Most High is not in all his thoughts.
right, the Most High is not in all his thoughts. So the so-called white man ain't thinking about the Most High. And even when they say they're thinking about the Most High, they lying. You know, because they got some agenda up their sleeve, you know, and it's basically it's a lie. But go ahead.
Right, it says, his ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight.
Right, because he don't see what's really going on. Because he's thinking in his mind that he's creating all these things. And although they have the heart program and they have certain ways of manipulating people and doing certain things to so-called control the destiny of people here on the earth, they have no idea that it's the Most High that's basically on the left-hand side guiding them, you know, to do the things that they're doing because of the pride of their heart. So the Most High made these devils so proud that they believe that it's them using their magic or using their power to make these things come to pass. Go ahead.
As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them.
Right. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. That's why for the longest he's been puffing at all these different nations around the world. And at one time he was even puffing against Russia, because of Russia at one time supposedly, then they were supposedly, you know, not financially stable, you know, and he was kind of like, I mean, he didn't get too crazy with it because they still had the nuclear missiles, but among all these other nations, they were puffing at them because America had the bomb. They dropped the bombs, a Fat Boy and the other one that they made, Fat Boy and I forget what the other Little Man or something like that. And then once that happened, everybody in the world was scared to make war with America. But before you read on there, brother, let's go to the book of Joel, the 3rd chapter and the 9th verse. Alright, because they were puffing at these different nations because they had the nuclear missile. That's why right now America doesn't want Iran and any other nation to get the missile, which they're working on it anyway because the Spirit of the Lord is guiding them to do that. But they don't want these other nations to get the missile because if they get the missile, America no longer has power over them to intimidate them. You know, they like America's like that big bully that's coming around and scaring everybody because they don't have the big muscles that America does. But now these other nations got the muscle.
If I may, Elder Rama, and seeing what happened is, like you said, all these other nations they got the missiles.
Right.
So that's why America can't just, they got to create these false flags in order to try to go into these nations and attack them. And they got to build up a case and paint them, you know, use that quote-unquote terrorist boogeyman on them and everything, because now they can't just, like Russia, they got to watch how they deal with Russia.
Right.
Iran, they got to watch how they deal with Iran. China.
That's right.
China even is becoming strong as America. They
Right.
got the missiles. They North Korea.